Aloha, I'm Jeffrey Hoppe for the Crimson Circle, coming to you from Crimson Circle's Villa Amio in Kona, Hawaii. Every year since 2014, Adamus St. Germain has been doing a planetary forecast called ProGnost, where he looks into the next decade or so what's going to be happening on the planet. It's interesting and amazing information, and, well, a lot of it's become very, very true since we've been doing it in that first ProGnost in 2014. Recently, with all the discussion, all the news about the coronavirus around the world, we dug up some of the old information going back to this very first ProGnost that had to do with, well, a virus. We'd like you to take a look at it now and see what he had to say quite a few years ago about what was coming to the planet. Let's take a deep breath. I know this is kind of tough, but it's time. The virus that I talked about before is going to be a very, the potential, it could be more than one, but it's going to spread very quickly. This biological virus is actually was manifested because of the consciousness virus. For those of you who have taken the sexual energies class, you know there's an imbalance, whether you call it masculine, feminine, or light, dark. There was an imbalance that was caused by that. It was ultimately, truly, the imbalance is about not loving thyself. And how many people really love themselves? How many? Not many. This is a planet of almost 7 billion people. I could probably take me about a half day to name off the names of the people who really do love themselves, but I won't. So the virus, it's going to take a lot of lives at a very short period of time. But please have compassion and understand that, I'll talk about it more tomorrow, but many of these people are not ready for this new era. And some of them will leave intentionally to make room for the possibility of the new earth and the old earth merging together. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Please don't panic, there's a mourning that takes place, but it's an allowing, really. It's allowing them to leave. And here's what Adamus St. Germain had to say about the coronavirus very recently, back in February 2020. We were doing a workshop for a group of Shambro from South Korea that had come to the island here, and he opened up the workshop talking about coronavirus because it's such a concern, well, especially even then to the Koreans, but now it's spread all around the world. Here's what he said about the essence and the energy behind the coronavirus. So let's talk about this coronavirus. Oh, does it have you a little scared? Yeah. Any virus is just about imbalance in human consciousness. Every virus, whether it is a physical or a mental virus. The virus doesn't have an agenda. It's just there because there is an imbalance. And it's there to clear that imbalance, to try to bring things back into harmony. Sometimes a physical virus is just as simple as a way of clearing out energy imbalances in your body. But we have this special crown virus, the coronavirus right now. It's doing a lot of things. It's getting a lot of worldwide attention. So what this is, it's a very interesting virus. It's there because of an imbalance in the economy of the world. It's an economic virus, but it shows up as the flu. So you see, there's a lot of imbalances on the planet right now with economy, finances. I mean, it has been for a long time, but right now it's really coming to the surface. There are a few who have a lot, and a lot who have very few. with the modern technologies that this planet has, there shouldn't be the bottom billion, the ones in extreme poverty. There shouldn't be. Technology has the ability to provide an even playing field for everyone. As the technology sweeps across the planet, it should be eradicating a lot of the economic imbalances. So everything is there for the planet right now, for humanity to have access, to have goods, to have food, to have medical supplies. But yet there's still this corruption that's causing the imbalance. And that's what this whole thing with the coronavirus is about. You know, the crown, the royals, they have it and nobody else does. That's why they call it the coronavirus. I mean, they didn't think of that, but that's the energy behind it. So what is this virus going to do besides be big in the news, kill some people, create a lot of fear on the planet? And very few are really going to understand what the coronavirus really represents energetically, the overall concept behind it. What this virus is really going to do in these couple of months ahead is create a lot of economic disruption. Economic disruption. Watch the news and see as plants, factories, all around the world close down, entire cities close down, cruise ships with nobody on them, airplanes with hardly any passengers. Everybody's going to be sitting at home worried about this thing, and it's going to affect the economy. It's going to affect the finances of the planet for a while. Then it'll come back. It'll be okay. But with all the worrying, I wanted to help you to understand what's really going on with this thing called the La Corona. Ultimately about an economic imbalance. So the question is, what can we do about coronavirus other than taking the normal safety precautions, washing your hands, avoiding a lot of contact with other people? The important thing for all of us right now is to be in our consciousness. That's the work of the Crimson Circle. We work with the Adamus Saint Germain to bring out our consciousness, to allow our energy to serve us, and simply to illuminate our light upon the planet. Not to try to force change, not to try to inflict anything on anybody else, but as we illuminate, as we shine our light out to others, it actually opens up possibilities that might have otherwise been in the dark. Possibilities for perhaps a cure for coronavirus, possibilities for an economic change on the planet, possibilities for just about anything. And they come when you are in your consciousness, without agenda, illuminating yourself to all the rest of the world, opening up potentials that might have never been realized before. So thank you for listening to these short segments from Adamus Saint Germain. If you'd like more information about what he talks about or about the Crimson Circle, just go to www.crimsoncircle.com. On behalf of the entire staff and all of the Shambra around the world, we thank you for being here.